The Arunachal Pradesh Land Settlement and Records Act establishes a formal legal system to balance the state's need for revenue and public infrastructure with the preservation of indigenous customary land rights. Under this legislation, the legal definition of a person is strictly limited to indigenous scheduled tribe members of the state, ensuring these protections remain exclusive to the local population. Historically, individuals acquire ownership rights through inheritance or by purchasing and receiving gifts of land in strict accordance with local custom. This animated diagram outlines the legal pathways to formal ownership. Alongside inheritance and customary purchase, the 2018 amendment introduced a modern route, conferring formal ownership to individuals holding valid land possession documents outside of notified forest areas. The act also recognizes Jumeland. As seen in this image of hillside brush fires, Jume refers to customary territory utilized by a village or community through shifting cultivation or the clearing of jungle. By codifying these terms, the Act translates historical, undocumented indigenous practices into legally protected property structures. Ownership of public roads, riverbeds, minerals, and natural forest products defaults absolutely to the state government, along with any land not claimed by an individual or community. This graphic contrasts state assets with community rights. The government retains eminent domain to acquire Jume land for public purposes, bypassing standard delays. However, they are legally bound to provide a mandatory hearing and pay reasonable compensation to customary owners. This flowchart details the revenue administration hierarchy. At the apex, the deputy commissioner controls all district revenue. Beneath them, subdivisional and circle officers execute the law locally. Laterally, survey and settlement officers prepare records, set rates, and resolve boundary disputes. This defined, strict chain of command ensures that while the state government can execute rapid land acquisitions for critical infrastructure, a formal legal mechanism exists to properly record and process all customary compensation claims. As a baseline statutory rule, all land is inherently liable for the payment of land revenue to the government. Against hazards like river erosion, farmers losing over 1 acre are legally entitled to a decreased assessment. Conversely, if newly formed alluvial islands attach to a holding, farmers owe additional revenue only if the new land exceeds 5 acres. In the event of widespread crop failure, the government is authorized to enact an emergency total suspension or remission of land revenue. The Arunachal Pradesh Land Framework ultimately secures the state's revenue and infrastructure capabilities, while actively insulating indigenous owners from state overreach and catastrophic agricultural risks.